Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sumesh, and so as yesterday I promised everyone on my Instagram that I'll break down my trading day, but I didn't get a chance. I got really busy and other stuff. So today I had I had like 10 minutes. I was like, okay, really quickly I'll make a video. I'll post it on YouTube. But let's break down my trading day. I made a little over $8,600. Let's break it down and things that I did wrong, things I want to fix today. In the next, so from every trading day you should learn something which you can take forward in the next trading day, which you can fix, right? So I don't want to make the same mistakes I made yesterday. So what happens is you do not get a little wand which is like, okay, now you're a profitable trader. What happens is you improve every single day, you level up slowly, and slowly you get to a point where you can start figuring, okay, this is what you did wrong, this is what you have to fix, this is what you need to do. So it's an ongoing process. It's not like one time thing. You learn the market and you can just like kill the market every day. It's an on time thing. So let's jump into the charts and try to figure out what I did wrong and what I can fix going forward. Okay, now we have I did a replay feature on TradingView so I can show you guys why was I watching Nvidia at the first place. So there was a little trend line forming on Nvidia. If you guys can see, we had like two touches, 1 and 2, kind of third touch as well. If you see right here, 1, second, third, fourth. So I was like watching this little trend line, and what happened in the pre-market was we broke below, right? We broke below the area. Okay, this is 7 o'clock candle. And this is 8 o'clock. Now I was like, okay, we broke below and we're trading at yesterday's low of the day. If we get below this area, by the way, I posted my charts on my Twitter and everywhere. I'll post the links in the description if you want to go check out. I post every weekly charts. But anyway, so I was like, okay, if 170.5 gave up, we can head down to 168. Why 168? As you guys can see, this was a strong level right here, even before. You guys can see 168 was pretty strong. So that was a reason why I was watching 168 at first place. Now, where did I enter? Where did I exit? Let's quickly jump into on a 5-minute chart and I can show you guys. So right now it says 8:55. We have to go forward a little bit. Okay, this is 9:25. Right before the market opened, this level got breached. So I can't take the trade unless we go above it and retest and reclaim the level to the downside so we can see a move. So this was my normal mindset. This is a one way to catch the plays which you are waiting for. So you do not buy the options with already premiums checked. So you always want to buy when they are a bit cheaper, which is on a green tick, right? So let's see. So the market opened. We went up a little bit. If you guys can see this wick, I'll jump on a 1-minute chart so I can show you. So market opened, we bounced, which is what I love, right? You can see right here, we bounced and then we reclaimed the level. We got below the level again. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that bears are strong, sellers are strong, and they want to push the price lower. So this was my exact entry point right here. And I was like, okay, let's see what can happen. And we went straight to my level. Now, did I exit? No. Why not? I didn't exit because I was liking what I was seeing, even though we bounced a little bit like 30 cents when we touched 168. But I was liking the tape, so there was no reason for me to exit yet, because I know for a fact if we can break below this level, we can even head down even further. So I didn't exit my puts. I was up like 35%, 40%. It's a $2.5 move if you think about it. But anyway, now, okay, still looking good, broke low of the day. Now, the only thing that I didn't like about this, I could see a big order sitting on the level 2, big buying order from different exchanges sitting on the level 2. What does that say? That simply means that there's a bunch of orders sitting over there, like it was right here, bunch of orders sitting right here. What that means is that is acting as a strong support for that given time. That means price can have a hard time breaking. So what did I do? This was the next hourly level. I put my stop loss right above it, right? So now let's see. We went Next, we tried to reclaim this, and I was like, okay. Now the fun part of being a trader is you can flip your positions really quick, right? This is what I love about trading. So what I did was I got out of my position right here, and we moved forward. When we dipped below, a little bit below, and we were still seeing the strength, people were hitting the ask, people wanted to get in, and it's a hourly level. 168 is a strong level. So I had a mindset that, okay, if we happen to hold, I'm gonna get calls. So I got in calls when we got above this level, and I was like, okay, my stop loss can be, this is what I was thinking. So I placed this really quick. I'm like, okay, this can work. It's a beautiful risk to reward. Let's see. So my stop loss went low of the day, so I'm risking 67 cents to potentially make $2.50. So it was sounding pretty good, right? It sounds decent. You're risking $1 to make $3.50 or something. Okay, now what ended up happening is we went to my level, right? Now, when we went to our level, I could see again the level was not able to hold. See, once was not able to hold, we tried again, was not able to hold, and somewhere around this area I exited because I didn't like the price action, didn't like the way SPY and QQQs were a little confused, and it wasn't looking very good. So I got out right there. So the fun part of being a trader is you can really quickly flip your position just like that. So if you are looking at a, let's say if you're looking at a downside play, I got in downside, and now this level started holding. Do not sit there hoping for price to make him move lower. Do not sit there hoping for, okay, someone will come and will hit the bids and the price will go lower. That's a wrong way of thinking. That's an amateur way of thinking. What you necessarily want to do is you want to place yourself in a way which you want to win. You want to win, right? When I say win, I do not mean that, yeah, I wanted it to go lower, but I'd rather be wrong, but I still want to make money, right? So I booked my gains here, and what ended up happening is I could see the level 2. So I was so unbiased, so calm in the trade that I was able to take my puts contract off, and I was able to dump my calls in there, right? So I dumped my calls right here, and I was able to catch the move towards the upside. So the only reason why I'm telling you this is being a trader is a lot of fun, a lot of emotions, a lot of things going on. You have to watch SPY, you have to watch QQQ, you have to watch the tape, you have to watch level 2, you have to watch all these stacks orders, you have to watch the charts, you have to watch the option premiums, right? So everything's going on at that one moment in time. So what I did, I responded to what market was doing. Rather than me acting to what I'm thinking, I reacted what the market was doing. That's where the mindset of a winning trader comes, right? Now let's see, another trade that I did was SPX. I'll quickly jump on a 5-minute chart so I can show you guys. So this was SPX trade. We opened somewhere right here. We were pretty chopping around. It was making no moves as such, but on SPX I could see this little, let me make a trend line. So we were forming this thing, and I'm like, okay, so this is a downside move, and then we've started forming this little flag, bear flag. So I realized, okay, we made a move higher, lower, now again higher, lower, high, and now for me the reasoning for this trade was pretty simple. I realized this happening in the real time, and I was able to monetize it. I'll show you guys on a 1-minute chart so you can actually understand, you can actually apply this in your trading, because I think knowing this will help you. Hang on, let me take all these drawing off. Okay, how do you do it? Okay, pretty much done. All right, let's go to the 1-minute chart, and let's see. Now, the market opened right here, 9:30. right? What I'll do is at 9:30 I'll draw a little vertical line so we know market opened right here. We came down, bounced, came down, bounced. Somewhere in this zone we had an intraday level. If we zoom out a little bit, this area has been, it's getting held quite a lot of times. If you think, can you see it? Ooh. Bounce, bounce, broke below, rejected, came below, rejected again, went up. Even today we broke below, quickly reclaimed, held, pushed, held, pushed, broke below, and what happened? We rejected. Do you guys see what's going on? The price action is the king. Yes, you can be using all these crazy indicators, but if you do not understand price action, there's very little chances that you will be able to trade properly, trade wisely, right? So I realized this happening in the real time, and I was like, okay, this is good. So we broke below. I did not enter the breakout. I'd rather wait so I have more chances of winning, right? I waited. Now we started turning. Now, this was the price point where I was like feeling very comfortable to take a put position. So I entered a few contracts here. We went lower, went back, reclaimed. Now I entered a little bit more. Now some people will be like, this was averaging down. This was not averaging down. Why? Because I knew where my stop loss was at first place. My stop loss was sitting right here, right? So I knew where my stop loss is. It's called a stop loss strategy. So just because before my stop loss hit, I gave it another chance. I added a few more contracts so I can catch a move. What ended up happening? We saw a big dump right here on this candle, and then this candle, this was a flag type thing forming, a trend line coming, and I was like, okay, with that note, beautiful trade, everything's looking good. I made a bunch of cash and I exited. Now the mistake that I made was I forgot in the real time on this trade that I can jump into calls, especially when we were touching over and over again. That means we are holding the level pretty strong, and that area was pretty strong as well. Again, same things over and over again. I did not act on it in the real time, even though I could see what was going on. I did not act in the real time, and I made a little mistake right here. I would have got calls, and with a profit target of here, I would have paid, and I did not stay around for the bigger move. So another trade that I did was QQQ. Let's break that trade down really quick. 5-minute chart. What's going on QQQ is I had the 300 level sitting right here, right? I'm still holding my puts. Ain't gonna lie, I'm still holding my puts on QQQs. I have 297 puts expiring tomorrow, July 27th. So okay, let's break this trade down. I'm a big fan of trend lines, I'll be honest. There's some people who do not like trend lines, but I love trend lines, just because I feel like, you know, if you can see a trend line, just like, you know, on a naked chart, you can see a trend line very good. But when you try to find the trend line, connect dots here and there, yeah, then it gets a little bit tricky, but otherwise it's pretty good, right? So what happened here was we broke in the pre-market. We broke below, retested, came back, retested. Okay, now I know we are a little weak, especially after breaking this little trend line that I had. Yeah, it was quite a short time frame trend line, but it still means something after, especially coming from a huge bearish day, right? So we broke below, and now on this candle, this particular candle, this is a huge range candle if you think about it. Okay, let me show you with the indicators. We broke above the VWAP, right? We broke above the VWAP. What is the rule? Above the VWAP, bullish; below the VWAP, bearish. Just because of the trend being so weak, right? Just because the trend was a little weak, So I was pretty confident that, okay, if it got below the VWAP, I am going to short QQQs. I shorted QQQs right here. I think I took profits. My stop loss was like above the green candle, so it's like not a wide stop loss if you think. So this is your entry, this is the stop loss, and my profit targets were my next level 300. But I got this move all the way. It took a while, that's why I didn't do 0 DTEs, because I'm not very confident on 0 DTEs. It's too volatile action, I ain't gonna lie. So I got this move. It took a while chopping around, but just because I had small size, I was pretty confident in it, and I had my stop loss, so it didn't really bother me. I think this move paid like 20%, maybe a little less, but this move was a good trade, especially on a macro frame. It was a good trade on a 15-minute chart. This looked beautiful. This is a 15-minute chart looking like. It looked beautiful. It was a just overall. There was another trade that I took, but that was not a beautiful trade. That was like just a mediocre trade. So I won't break that down. But if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And thank you guys. Thanks for watching.